Welcome to my Battle of the Brand series, where I'll be testing out 4 popular black-owned hair brands to see how they actually perform on my hair. And first up, we have Camille Rose. I'm starting by wetting my hair, not soaking wet, but pretty damp. I've found that that's what works best for me when I want definition without oversaturating my hair. And first I'm going to go in with the Honey Leave-In Conditioner, and honestly this product surprised me. Expected it to be super sticky because of the honey, but it's actually not. It does have a slightly runny consistency, but it melts into my hair really well and absorbs nicely. You can already see it starting to define my curls, which I love. I definitely feel like this is something I could use by itself in the summer for a quick, lightweight wash and go. But as a reminder, please do not leave this anywhere that you do not do your hair, because it really does look like actual honey bottles. Next, I'm going to go in with the Honey Spiked Mousse. I've used this before on my mini twists and I really liked it, so I was excited to see how this would go on a wash and go. I used a little over a quarter size amount per section, just enough to really coat the strands and start forming a cast. Then I rake it through with my fingers to make sure all of my curls are separated and coated evenly. After that, I went in with the Tangle Teaser, and it's actually crazy how much your curl pattern can change depending on the tools and detangling method you use. The brush really helped clump my curls together, and you can already see how juicy and defined everything looked. But at this point, I really didn't know kind of how I wanted to define my curls, whether I wanted to use a Tangle Teaser or another brush or just use my fingers. So I ended up using kind of everything to go in and define my curls. And yeah, so from there, I just continue the process throughout my entire head. Also stay tuned because I'm going to show you what my hair looks like throughout the week. Alright guys, so I just finished up with my hair. I would say that took me about 50 minutes to an hour to do, and I'm gonna grab this. So I gotta clean this off, but this smells absolutely amazing. Like, I really loved how it just went through my hair. It had a really nice slip, and I thought it was gonna be thicker than what it actually was, but yeah, like, I'm very pleasantly surprised. I love the smell, and surprisingly, I don't really like a lot of sweet smelling products, but this one I really like. And then compared this with the spiked honey mousse, I thought they worked really well together. Now we'll see the end results, but so far I'm really liking how it looked. One thing I do notice is that the right side of my hair has more of like a spiraled curl than the left side, which is more of a looser curl. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage to see why that is, because I thought I did the same thing, which is kind of like shingling through the hair as opposed to finger coils. Now I did do some finger coils towards like the front part of my hair just because that tends to be where my hair is kind of the most stubborn. But yeah, I gotta go back through the footage because I feel like this side will be curlier than this side. Guys, so I just wanted to check in because it is now day 2 of my hair, and I thought I would show you all what it looks like, how it feels, and kind of the progress so far. So right now my hair feels very soft. It doesn't really feel like it has a cast on it, even though it does have a cast, and I actually really like that. I also really like that my curls are very well defined while also being soft. I feel like sometimes you have to compromise on the feel of your hair if you really want defined curls, such as like with the Mousse Def from the Do. Really gives like a good balance of definition while also giving me some hold. Also, I really like the volume of my hair. I am not used to having my hair look so full on day 2. I'll try to show like a picture of my hair if I have one available, but typically my hair just looks kind of see-through when I have my day 2 hair, but this really looks like almost like a day 4, day 5 hair for me. I'll also show you kind of like the back so you can see. There are some pieces that I don't know how this got kind of out, but are kind of outside of the strand, and they're a little bit frizzy. But honestly, I feel like frizz creates volume, so I'm not really that opposed to it. To rate it out of a 10, I would definitely give this combination probably an 8.5, 9 so far. All right guys, so I'm checking in. This is now day 4 of my hair, and I actually think this might be my favorite hair so far. As you can see, I do have some frizz again towards the top, but I still think my hair looks really well defined, which is amazing, especially because it's hard to find a balance between a product that gives you both definition and volume. So volume, not volume, volume. And you know what's so funny? I was looking at my hair and I was like, my hair looks like it hasn't grown within the past couple of months, but I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. As long as my ends are very much healthy, I'm kind of okay with that, you know? My hair does look healthy. The back looks healthy. Again, you can see kind of like the frizz towards the back part, but I'm just gonna leave it. I might actually touch it up maybe tomorrow just because I don't want my hair to get too dry. And when I was touching the strands, they felt still like very, very soft. Like I can just show you how it bounces off, which I love to see. I will check in with you tomorrow, which will be day 5. I think I'm gonna refresh it tomorrow, or I might wait until the next day, which is actually a Friday. So far so good. I'm really liking the Camille Rose. If I was to give it like out of a 10 so far, it really is an 8 for me. Okay guys, so it's officially day 5 of my hair, and yeah, this is how it looks. It still looks really good. The volume looks great. It still has a lot of definition, which I love. Obviously there's some frizz, but I don't know, it looks really good to me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll show you the back as well. The one thing about wash and goes is that I want to do something to my hair throughout the week. I want to style it in different ways. And with the wash and go, at least with my hair, I can't really do much with it or it's gonna ruin the curl. So I kind of just have to wear it out. I don't know, I don't always like to wear my hair out. Like I would like to experiment with ponytails and half up, half down buns, and I can't do that. And I love my hair, don't get me wrong, but that's the one thing about wash and goes. Like I kind of prefer stretching my hair at least during the colder months in the year, just because I feel like there's more I can do with it. But so far I would say the Camille Rose is holding up very well. I would definitely do this throughout the summer. I'm trying to get to my shoulder by the end of the year. I was delusional enough to think that I could get my hair down to my waist by the end of the year. Like what? But yeah, so let me know how it looks. I also have a lot of grays in my hair too. I don't know if you can see it on camera. You saw an entire week of my hair. I really love this product. I'll sit down and do my final reviews tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the official end of the work week, which is Friday. And I'll let you know kind of what my overall thoughts are.